straight counter build.
Oh yeah, it was just a straight counter build. Like
so it was pretty much a build order loss.
Yeah, like hard counter.
And we saw some Warhounds coming out. I would be totally shocked if we didn't see Warhounds making a huge statement in TBT in Heart of the Swarm. They're so good.
I mean, I think that they certainly have a place in the early game.
For sure. All right, well...
I think past the early game, though, Warhounds aren't that good in TBT.
All right, well, here we go, guys. It is time for Game 2. Could very well be the last game of the night. Huge shout-out to our sponsors, Astro Gaming and Twitch TV. And here in the 6 o'clock position, we have the yellow Terran player. He's down 1 game in this set. Can he make a comeback? It is KawaiiRice. And over at the 12 o'clock position, we do have, all the way from Evil Geniuses, 1 game up in this set. It is Demuslim. So it could very well be the last game of the night, Pain User.
It could be, man. You know, both these guys, good friends. I'm pulling for both of them. It just sucks to see Kawhi lose a game like that in a hard counter build order loss because they're both just so talented. I mean, you know, I was anticipating an epic series there. And
one thing we haven't really talked about, Pain User.
Ooh, gas first.
One thing we haven't really talked about is Spider Mines, Widow Mines. Excuse me. Sorry, nostalgia. Yeah. They're really expensive in Heart of the Swarm. Well, with 2 supply.
2 supply is the main expense, I would say. And the thing is like, you know, they're good. I've certainly played around with them, and I've had a few detonations where I'm just like, these things are insane. And then sometimes you make a ton of them, and it's like, somebody will scan and pick them all off, and they don't kill anything.
The problem is with 2 supply, if you have like more than 10, that eats up 20 supply out of your total army.
Yep.
So
I do think though, that being said, like I think once players get really good with them, I think we'll see people positioning Widow Mines like say here, like waiting for a drop, or like against Zerg for counter attacks. You could put like a few of them outside your third.
Yeah, I think deal with Zerg.
I think once people learn like the positions to put them, it'll be a lot more worth it. But as is, the beta's only been out for so long. Nobody's really found like a practical use for Widow Mines
They're
yet.
definitely the unit that has seen the least action in Heart of the Swarm for Terran.
We haven't seen one.
Yeah. Well, you never know. But it could be potentially seen here in this game. We'll just have to see. Looks like Demuslim is going for same opening.
Same opener. Actually, no, this time without gas. He went CC first into 2 racks. Totally different opener. not even remotely.
I saw the 2 racks, so I was like, hey, 2 racks again.
So he CC firsted into 2 racks, and we had KawaiiRice go with a gas first here, and I think he's using the build. So KawaiiRice and I play Heart of the Swarm from time to time, and we talk about builds and stuff, and this is a pretty darn good build. You open up with 2 quick Warhounds, you take map control, you push out, you can kite Marines without stim forever. It is so difficult, and I think that's what he's going to do here. If he adds a starport, okay, so he's going to go Banshee into Warhound here, if that's a tech lab.
One thing he could also do, and this is just theory crafting, he could go for medevac drops with Warhounds. Those are
absolutely
insanely good.
Oh, for sure. So I think what he's going to do here is he's going to open up with the Banshee. And is that a third racks for Demuslim here? I think. Still no gas?
No gas.
Okay.
Just CC into racks.
Yeah,
very standard.
very standard. Definitely going to be going bio. Maybe Marine tank.
And it looks like he's going to try to get this
in there, that's terrible.
Oh,
that's terrible. Oh, that he missed 1 stutter step micro there.
Yeah.
That hurts so much. He saw the double gas, he saw the Banshee, he saw the factory. He knows exactly what's coming now. And
proper response coming out from the blue Terran Demuslim is an engineering base, so you can get missile turrets out.
Oh man,
that is the right response. And you know, when you see potential for Banshees, you've got to get missile turrets. And yeah, one stutter step miss,
man, and that just that's talk about that's a huge scout for Demuslim.
Right.
He saw the tech lab on the factory. He saw the tech lab on the starport. He saw the racks wasn't building anything. He saw the double gas. I mean,
now will Kawhi finish off these rocks or leave him at very low HP?
He won't finish him because he's on 1 base.
Yeah, he's going to leave him very low, so if in the event of an attack, he can break it down, kill any units underneath, and essentially makes like a force field.
Yeah.
Which is great, man. Actually, we theory crafted this when HOTS first came out on this map, so that's a cool strategy. But here we go. KawaiiRice is coming out with a Warhound and a Banshee. And Demuslim should have
shields. Interesting.
He should have missile turrets, but he hasn't made one yet.
Man, here's the thing though. Warhounds are very fast. They have a very fast base move speed. They can kite Marines without stim for a really, really long time. Now, Demuslim opted for combat shields first here. That could have been a big mistake on his part. If enough Warhounds start to kite these Marines, I think Demuslim could find himself in a little bit of trouble.
Well, it looks like the Banshee's going to make its way in. One missile turret on the way, an SCV will drop. As that Banshee goes for the SCV kills, he's going to get 2, and the Marines are getting a little too close to the Warhounds.
I love the positioning there on the Warhounds, trying to get the units as they transition from the main. Now, are there any Marines still left in the main?
Gotta be careful, Kawaii.
All right.
He almost lost that Banshee.
Well,
He doesn't know if they have stim or not. That's the real threat.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
But he's going to load up the Warhounds. We talked about this.
Yeah, I taught him this.
The Haywire ability is so good against SCVs and Protes, and look at how fast they can kill off workers. It's a very quick snipe, and already the worker count going to 9 kills already.
We made this build together.
Yeah, this is an insane strategy.
Yes.
And he can get out of here because the Marines don't have stim.
Oh, this is just beautiful, beautiful plays here from Kawhi. He's pressuring both sides. 11 workers have been killed.
Yeah.
He's got the worker lead now, 29 to 24. And after being scouted, and these mules are fresh. These are fresh mules. Let's see how many he can take out.
Well, halfway fresh mules.
Yeah. One SCV goes down.
He might use it as a diversion to get the Warhounds back in.
Demuslim, it does have stim now, though, doesn't he?
Not
yet. Not quite done.
Now, the beauty of the Warhound drop is, unlike Hellions, they can actually stand toe-to-toe if some Marines and Marauders come out.
Exactly. That's why it's so powerful, especially in TVT. And as I said to you before, you know, we really think that Warhounds have a lot of strength in the early game, but as you can see, KawaiiRice transitioning straight into bio here. He's getting his infrastructure set up. There will be a small window of opportunity for Demuslim to attack here and potentially kill KawaiiRice, but Demuslim's worried. There's Banshees, there's potential drops. He's boxed up into his base right now. He's on the defensive. He's not going to think about attacking. So KawaiiRice in a brilliant, brilliant position here. He could even take an early third if he wanted to. Oh, that Banshee!
That's pretty close, man. He's cutting it close.
Flirting with disaster.
If she sneezes in the cockpit, that Banshee will certainly die.
Now, all the bolts come out and it just falls apart in midair.
Now, those 3 Marines are pretty weak, too, so he might be able to manage some type of micro, but it's only at 14 HP. The Warhounds are still waiting outside, and we do have siege mode on the way for Kawhi.
And he's also got that 3rd orbital already. I love the follow-up here from Kawhi. This build flows very smoothly. It works out real nice. Whoa! I love the fact that he didn't get too aggressive as well. He didn't overcommit with the Warhounds. He didn't overcommit with the Banshee. Got those. How many worker kills did he get in total? 16 worker kills in total. That's excellent.
And he might try to squeeze out a mule kill here, but he's got to be careful.
Oh my god!
And he kills a Marine before he dies. So.
Yeah, he does. That Banshee did end up getting 7 kills, I think. 2 or 3 of which were Marines. But
justifiable because not only does it kill off workers, but it also provided a distraction for the Warhounds to get in.
Yeah, for sure.
Which all really adds up to a lot of SCV kills. And now, Demuslim says, alright, it's time to move out. I've cleared the Banshee threat, and I feel comfortable enough to go ahead and push out and claim my 3rd expansion.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I hope KawaiiRice doesn't forget about those Warhounds that he has sitting out in front of the base because
they're expensive.
They're very expensive, and you don't want to get those picked off. And he does have stim now. Oh, he picks them up just as he sees him moving out here. But it looks like Demuslim is already. Oh no, he's just staying at the position between his natural and his 3rd just to be extra safe. Doesn't want to move out just yet. This medevac is pretty expensive here. He needs to be very careful with this.
Yeah, this is much more expensive than something like a quad Hellion drop, given the price of the Warhounds and everything. He's going to go in. Oh, this could be a terrible mistake. He sees it, though, and he's going to unload on the low ground and get a couple of snipes off.
Yeah, he's just trying to he's trying to find chinks in the armor. He's trying to find opportunities where he can get in and do damage, but unable to do so. Now, we do have Demuslim mixing in Warhounds here. And is he going to continue to produce them? No. It looks like he is going to switch over to Marine Tank. And KawaiiRice, I don't know why, but still hasn't taken his 3rd. And, you know, Demuslim's got his 3rd up and running now. He's going to get those gases. And what was a pretty extensive lead for Kawhi there for a little while, I think his passivity here and his reluctance to move out on the map and take more control, which I think he really could have done. Because Demuslim was just bottled up in his base for so long.
Yeah, and he didn't really take advantage and grab the 3rd base, and he still hasn't grabbed it. Now he's He actually ended up destroying the rocks, finishing them off, letting them fall, and then killing him.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna, I guess, claim the third base. I don't know what the delay is. Let's just check the upgrades real quick here. Kawhi at 1-1, about to finish 2-2, just slightly ahead of Demuslim, and of course Kawhi also has siege mode done.
Kawhi's army is also, I think, a little bit bigger, but they're even on supply now, so Demuslim has caught up. It looked like Kawhi was very worried about some potential drops there. You saw he had that tank sieged up near his main orbital. He had his army floating at the natural. Didn't really want to move out on the map or anything. So just being very cautious, which is understandable. He did lose game 1. He knows he can't lose this. Doesn't want to take any unnecessary risks. And, you know, that might play a factor here. It seems like he's just playing very, very safe.
It's a very close game right now as well, man.
It's dead even.
149 to 149 supply. Look at the upgrades. You know, Kawhi just slightly ahead, but I don't think he's going to, like... He might take advantage of this timing here to make an attack, but I doubt it. TVT is a very turtle type of game. You know, you want to sit back.
Positional.
Exactly. You want to get the best position before you go in for that attack. We have comsats going down to see the opponent's army, and once Terran, once it gets to three base in TVT, things really do. You can get really into turtle passivity mode, but it looks like Demuslim is going to push out.
Yeah, Demuslim's going to be the first one to make a move here. He does have control over the center Xel'Naga. He also has a unit on the right here to spot the movement of KawaiiRice. Great position there for Demuslim.
Oh, both players checking out each other's army, just posturing. It looks like Kawhi wants to go, and he has a 2-2 advantage. And he's going to go in, but his tanks are shooting.
Are out of range.
Yeah, his tanks are shooting. What is he doing?
I think he might have enough marine. No.
He needs to pull back into his tank line.
I don't know why he didn't use the tanks there at all. I mean, they were out of range.
Yeah, just barely out of range.
Generally in a situation like that, when you engage and you realize as a Terran player, you're like, oh god, my tanks aren't firing.
Yeah.
You back off and you try and pull them into your tanks, or unsiege them, move them up, re-siege, and push from there.
I think one of the reasons why Kawhi was still able to get out of that okay was because he had the upgrade advantage. In fact, his macro is kicking really into high gear now. 182 supply.
He's going for it.
He's going for it, ladies and gentlemen. All the tanks are now sieging up, and Demuslim might want to pull out. No, he's going to send his Marines to the down to try to take out a tank, but he loses his entire army of Marines.
Wow. Both players trading pretty much everything there, but the great thing for KawaiiRice is he retains 6 siege tanks, whereas Demuslim retains none. So KawaiiRice with a tremendous lead. He's up 161 supply to the 128 of Demuslim. His macro is on fire right now.
Yeah, 169 to 129 supply. You said it, man. And at this point, Kawhi has great map control. If you look at the units, he's got double the tank count of Demuslim. Demuslim will have to sit back and play very passive here to try to work his way back into the game. And losing a medevac here is not how you want to start. Ooh, dropping Warhounds to absorb tank shots.
Beautiful move right there from Kawhi. That was so intelligent. Drops the Warhounds. Oh,
Demuslim picks up before the tank shoot, and now he's going to drop him on the tank lines.
Kawhi's going to lose everything here, I think. Or does he have enough?
Well, these tanks are also friendly firing themselves.
Does he have enough?
Demuslim's got to unload everything. I think Kawhi has enough Marines here to hold off the drop, and Demuslim has to pull out.
Oh, man. He's going to redrop, it looks like. Kawhi bringing in reinforcements. Will they come in time? The medevacs are dropping right on top of the tanks. He loses
and he's
one.
Bringing the tank up. He's trying to break this tank line of KawaiiRice, and he will just barely be able to do it, but Kawhi's reinforcements have arrived.
Is he going to try and elevator into the main? Is he going to try and hold this position here? Kawhi says no. He backs off with everything. Can he take control over the midfield here? Yes, he can. He grabs the Xel'Naga tower. Where does he go from here? He has an advantage, but can he convert it into a win?
Well, he's going to get the gold at the very least, which will solidify his advantage astronomically.
The crazy thing about TVTs, though, is battles happen so quickly, and they can oftentimes be so one-sided, depending on who gets the first siege, depending on who has better positioning, better concave.
Right.
You know, a lead like this in TVT, while important, doesn't mean the end of the world for Demuslim. Demuslim is still in this in every way, shape, and form.
All right, well, Kawhi's going to go ahead and siege up at his opponent's gold.
Nice move.
Yeah, he's going to bring the medevac in the spot for his tanks, getting that additional sight.
And just grabbing 2 tanks for free.
Yeah.
Smart move.
And, you know, the longer he holds this edge with the gold expansion, more money, more income.
More money, more problems.
Except
well, not in this case for
KawaiiRice.
Now, getting a scout there with that Marine, but it does get picked off by that tank that Kawai's had there the entire game.
That's a great spot for a defensive tank, by the way.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Surprised we haven't seen any drop play really coming out of either of these players.
Besides the Warhound drop from Kawhi.
Oh yeah, that game. Absolutely. And you know, Demuslim really just kind of forced to turtle up at his third here. It's going to be so hard for him to make any sort of a move on the map. And it looks like he is going to try and do so right now. He's moving down the left flank here. He does scan KawaiiRice's army. Kawhi sees this, moves his tanks into position. Demuslim stims, starts to move in with everything. Kawhi has way more Marines though, but
yeah, he's got like triple the Marines. This is the Chinese infantry right now. I don't know if Demuslim wants to engage into that Marine army.
Both players burning a ton of scans here. They don't want anyone, you know, creeping up in the dark with the siege tanks, sieging in a close enough position.
Well, the funny thing is actually Demuslim is the one more in the dark than Kawhi.
Oh, absolutely. Kawhi has the high ground. He has the Zelnaga. He can see pretty much everything.
We have troops moving around the right-hand side here for Demuslim. He might be looking to go for a flanker on both sides. But look at how many Marines and tanks are here, Pain User.
Yeah, Kawhi's macro
he's going
insane.
Potential drop.
Oh,
he's going to drop. He's sending everything in on all sides.
Oh my god, Kawhi made a brilliant decision right there. He moved everything up, caught the group on the north side, completely obliterated it.
GG.
Look, oh my god.
Yeah.
That was a brilliant tactical decision from Kawhi right there. He scanned above, saw that Demuslim was going for the flank, diverted 60% of his army, crushed Demuslim's group at the top, swung back around, crushed his group at the bottom, and there you have it. Like I said, TVT battles, they go one way or the other, and it's quick.
Alright guys, well stay tuned. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll have Game 3, the final game of the night here for the pHD HOTS beta tournament. Don't go anywhere.